transit or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
You're watching Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Thanks for joining us today. We are here in Georgian Bluffs, which is the municipality just kind of north of Owen Sound, and we're at Presqu'ile Point right now, but we're also going to be visiting the Enchanted Forest in Georgian Bluffs. Scotia is the leader here at Presqu'ile, and thank you for inviting us here. This is a fabulous spot you've got.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky to be able to run an overnight camp for kids aged 6 to 15 right here on beautiful Georgian Bay. Yeah, it's an overnight camp run in partnership between the Rotary Club of Owen Sound and the YMCA of Owen Sound Grey Bruce. And yeah, they've been partners for forever. I just started 2 years ago, but this camp has been here long before me. Yeah.
Long before.
Yeah.
Well, and you've probably were closed during COVID, and now you're back in action again.
Yeah, so they were closed during COVID for 2020 and 2021, and then I joined the team in 2022. So we reopened after 2 years of closure, and we're really happy to see that our community is growing again. Last year we were quite small, and this year we've doubled in size just in a year, which is really awesome. And I think it speaks to sort of the quality of the camp programming that we're offering here and the experience that the kids are getting.
Yeah, now enrollment, kind of starting from the beginning, how many kids can you take in registration, say, for a week?
So we can house up to 90 kids in the summer in the cabins that we have, which is really great, and we're hoping to expand that in the future. And enrollment actually, which I think most people think is crazy, but enrollment for the summer of 2024 actually starts happening in the fall of 2023.
Wow.
Yeah, so our registration opens in November, and we have an early bird registration where you can get the 2023 rate for the summer of 2024 if you register by November 31st. And then we also offer a sibling discount because we know how hard it is for parents that have multiple kids to get their kids in programs.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So that sibling discount is a percentage off the actual price.
Yeah, so there's a 10% discount for siblings, and it's automatically applied to your fee at the time of registration. And then also we know that camp can be really expensive for people, but we want to make sure that as many kids as possible have access to camp. So the Rotary Club really generously provides subsidy for families, and you can also apply for subsidy if that's something that you might require in order to access camp in the summer.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a huge thing, you know, because a lot of parents, your kids are in school, you don't have that cost, and then when summer comes, it's like, oh.
Yeah, and you still have to work, and you want to make sure your kids are safe and having fun and learning new things, and camp is a really great place for kids to become more independent and figure out who they are and what they like to do. And it's part of the reason I like being a camp director is that I without having my own children, I've gotten to see lots and lots of kids grow up over the years, even from the age of 6 to 20, you know, and then they're, 6 to 20, and then they're kind of off on their own, doing their thing. And yeah, it's a really lovely opportunity that I get to watch kids take the skills that we teach them here and transfer them into their real life. It's really, really awesome.
It is, yeah. And it is. It's a good life experience for them. So what age then can kids come here when they register?
As young as 6.
Wow.
So I was a camper when I was 6, but full disclosure, my mom was the camp doctor, so it's a little bit different. But as young as 6 and as old as 15. So we have 1-week programs for kids and 2-week programs for kids. And we also have a leadership programs for kids that are 15 years old. And it's focused on developing out leadership skills that they can use at camp, but they can also transfer back into their own communities. So if they're part of band or a church group or a youth group or anything they're doing, we want to make sure that the skills they're getting here are transferable and not just, it's not just about having fun, it's about making sure that we're learning to be resilient and mindful and thoughtful of others' feelings and building out emotional intelligence is a big, big part of camping. So yeah,
very much. So a lot of your, probably your camp leaders here were campers at one point in time, which is kind of a cool transition, right? And if parents are thinking about, you know, it's tough to find a job for kids, right? I've been through that whole process, that awkward age of 13, 14, 15. Could they be, you know, apprenticing or doing volunteer work?
So if we have our leadership program for 15-year-olds. Our requirement is that you're 16 by the end of the calendar year that you start as a staff member. And that's just a camping standard that we need to follow.
Right.
And also, who wants to work when they're 13? Come on.
We want to have fun all the time. Exactly. Our kids do. Yes. You've got a lot of activity going on behind here as well. Is this one of the things kids can pick?
Yeah. So kids each day get to select their programming. So there's 6 program blocks, 3 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. And they get to sign up for whatever they choose that they'd like to do. So we're not like some camps where you sign up ahead of time and you say, I really want to do kayaking every day, all day.
Right.
And then you get there and you think, oh man, maybe I don't like kayaking very much. So they're able to try a variety of programs. And the other thing is that we don't divide our programs by age group. Every single kid, regardless of age, has access to the same programs. And then that really creates kind of a one-room schoolhouse sort of experience when we're at camp, which is something that I grew up with and I believe really strongly in, that we need to teach kids how to take care of each other regardless of age, and how to take care of themselves. So making sure we're creating a safe space for kids that they feel like they're a part of a really strong community that supports them is really at the heart of sort of everything that I do as a director.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Now, what other activities? Do you have a favorite that's here?
We do. So archery is a favorite with the kids. I think that I am personally partial to arts and crafts. I'm not a very artistic person, but arts and crafts was always something that I found in my camping day when I was a camper.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's still a space where I go sometimes to like relax and just chat with some kids. And I think arts and crafts might be my favorite, actually.
Wonderful. Could we go have a look at the building?
Yeah, we can definitely go look there and at some of my other favorites as well.
Wonderful. Hi, Bill. Thanks for joining us today. You are the camp coordinator for the Rotary Club of Owen Sound.
In a sense, yes. My official title is the Director of Camp Services for the Rotary Club of Owen Sound. Yes.
Wonderful. Now, how long has Presqu'ile Camp been here, or when did it start, actually? I guess the story of it.
Well, it's a long history, but to put it very succinctly and quickly, started at Vales Point, which is across near the tank range, and it was started by the Y back in the 20s, and Rotary became involved later in the 20s, and then the Y backed out for a bit, and now it's here. It's been repositioned because the land over there was bought by the Department of National Defense for the tank range.
I didn't realize that. I just always assumed Presqu'ile was here. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, it's been here a long time, and some Rotarians purchased the land and donated it to the Rotary Club, and we've been here ever since. And that took place in the 30s, I believe. And we now have about 14 acres of beautiful land on the water, as you can see here, and the kids have a ball.
They do. I can't get over the amount of cabins that are here. You've got quite a few structures here that you're able to fulfill every child's dream coming to camp.
We do, actually. We have 9 cabins that were rebuilt over the last 10 to 15 years from the original. Some of the original cabins are still here where they're used for other purposes. And of course, we have our swimming pool, our archery range. We have a lot of activities for the kids. We have, of course, kayaking and arts and crafts. We have a water trampoline. So it's a really full program that's run here.
Yeah. Now, and behind us, we've got a new to me building as well that you said is your kitchen facility or your dining hall? Yeah,
the mess hall, the dining hall. Every camp's got to have one, and it's right behind us here. And one of the projects we're working on for 2023 is we're putting in a brand new kitchen. So this facility was built in 1999. And we're renewing the kitchen. There's all kinds of new equipment available. And of course, we want to make sure that we're still putting out the best quality of food for the kids, and that's our project that's happening in the fall.
My goodness. You must have to do a lot of fundraising to help with the programs.
We have some fundraising projects on the go right now. We have our presentation of the 150th anniversary of the RCMP musical ride, which happens on the 9th and 10th of September at the Bayshore Lumley Community Center. And we're looking forward to filling that up with families. It's a great family event, and that's going to be a major fundraiser for us.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, how many Rotarians are there in your club? Like, it takes a lot of people to maintain something like this.
Well, our club runs from 25 to 30, depending, so it's a little bit fluid. Right now we're in that range, and there's a lot of work done by a lot of Rotarians, you're right.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who are friends of Rotary that help us out.
Oh, so you have a volunteer group as well. Is that something that people can contact you to get kind of involved?
Sure, absolutely. And actually, we're looking for members for the club, as most service clubs are. And this is one of our projects. We have other projects that we do in the community and abroad. And anyone who's interested can contact any Rotarian or give me a call at my cell number, which is 519-270-9886. And we'd be glad to have a conversation with them.
Thank you so much, Bill, for spending some time out of your busy day and informing us about the Rotarian Club.
My pleasure, and for all the people out there that are viewing this, our partnership with the Y has been terrific since the 1980s, and we're going to continue on providing great programming for the kids in the community and beyond.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
This is a fabulous creative spot. I love how it's been painted inside.
Yes, this is an arts and crafts hut. If you've ever been to a summer camp, this is what one looks like. It's got lots of names of people that have been here before, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
And it's full of pipe cleaners and rocks and googly eyes and lots of fun things.
It is. It's wonderful. So this can be one of the activities that the kids pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is a program that is a staple at camp for sure. It's always got kids in here working on any number of things. And I think the thing about arts and crafts that's actually really interesting that people might not think about is this is a really good space to develop fine motor skills. So it's a sneaky, fun thing that you're doing, like building a bracelet.
Yeah.
But this might be a space where you're doing those fine motor skill things for the first time. So often little boys are in here making bracelets, and they're working through being frustrated they can't do it and developing like a fine motor skill, which is nice. And then it's also a space, thinking about bracelets, where little girls are very successful at that. So it's an interesting turn of roles sometimes, but it's nice to watch the kids kind of teach each other how to do it and watch the staff interact with the kids in a creative way. And it's a nice, like, calm space for them to spend some time where everything else is more upbeat, and you can come in here and kind of just focus on what you're working on, which is nice.
Yeah, because it's not always run, right?
Yes.
You need to have a little bit of downtime.
Yeah, I think that's something the kids learn as they're here at camp. They realize, oh wow, I'm a little bit tired. Maybe I'll be at arts and crafts today a little bit more. So that's nice.
Which is fabulous. Yeah. So what are the kids doing today?
Zoe, you want to show us what you're doing?
Ooh. It's always nice that you're able to take something home to your parents, right? It's a little token from camp. Yeah. Well, you're doing a fabulous job. Our next spot that we're going to go to will be archery, you mentioned?
Yes, let's go hit the bullseye at archery.
Okay, we'll try. I would not do well at this game. I just don't have the coordination for it.
No. Target sports are not your thing?
No. Not with bow and arrow, or what is this called? Bow and arrow? Archery. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You got it.
I got it.
No, archery is definitely a camp favorite amongst everyone, regardless of age. They love it. It's definitely a staple at camp. And again, it's one of those cool sort of things that maybe you do once in gym class if you have got a really great gym program.
Right.
But it's kind of unique to camping, and again, a staple at most camps, but it's definitely one of those things where kids can start and be like, I'm not that great at it, but over the time that they're here with us, they can see a really nice progression in skill.
Right.
So it's a really easy, tangible one for them to be able to see the development of a skill. Whereas something like arts and crafts might be a little bit more obscure, but this one they really like getting their levels and being focused on, getting a certain score to achieve the next level. And it's a really good one where the kids are really, really excited about it every day, which is nice.
It is nice. It's nice to see that, and it's so calm. Everyone knows the rotation that's going on here. Like it's very well laid out.
Yeah.
Very well laid out.
It is definitely one of those activities where it gets a shooting range. That's what it is, even though it's bows and arrows. So there's definitely very strict rules around how we operate in there. But again, these kids have been here with us for a week and a half already, so they're well into the routine. They know what's going on, which is really great. Yeah,
exactly. This is great. We'll move on to the next spot.
Yeah, let's head to the dining hall.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the dining hall.
It's magnificent. I love the open space.
Yeah, it's a really great building that we have here to make sure that our kids are getting healthy meals, 3 meals a day with some snacks along the way, which is pretty great. And the food that we have here is honestly, it's very delicious. It's really good. I have to eat it all summer, so I have to make sure it's good.
Of course. Now, what time would campers usually arrive here in the morning?
So breakfast bright and early at 8:15, lunch at 12:45, and dinner at 6 o'clock. And then some snacks laid out throughout the day, and then snack again at the end of the night. But yeah, the dining hall is really the hub of camp. Any camp that you go to, this is where sort of the camp magic lives, if you will.
Yes.
We've got all our banners and different things up and a stage for when we need to do stage performances. So it's really like any family's kitchen table. This is kind of our very large kitchen table. So we sit with our cabin groups and share food. We also do announcements where we highlight if people have gotten any program levels when they've been out in the morning or in the afternoon, or even if sometimes kids just want to, everyone to know they found a really cool rock. And that's something that we will sometimes announce. It depends on how cool the rock is.
It is, well, yeah, but you need a place to share, right?
Yeah.
And this is where everyone has an opinion and is listened to, and it's, I think it's fabulous. This is just so homey.
Yeah, it's really, really nice space to share with the kids, and it's a nice space for me as a director. I can really get a sense for the energy of the community and what we might be needing at the time and who needs to be checked in on. So it really does serve sort of a kitchen, a real sort of in the sense of what a kitchen is.
Yeah.
For families, this is what this is for camp as well, which is really great.
It's wonderful. It's a fabulous space.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing it.
Yeah, no problem.
This has been a fabulous experience, Scotia. I wish I would have been here as a kid, but I didn't have the opportunity. So people can register now. You had mentioned that earlier on. They are actually in the fall.
Yeah, so registration opens in November.
Right.
And we have early bird discount all the way until the November 31st. So what that means is you get the price of 2024 camp for the 2023 fee.
Right.
And then we have a 10% sibling discount that runs all year. So that automatically applies at the time of checkout when you register with us.
Wonderful. And they can get on the YMCA?
Yeah, so it's housed on the YMCA of Owen Sound Graber's website. Yeah, so you'll find us in the camping drop down.
Okay.
And then we have an online registration portal. And if people have any questions or they want to chat about camp, I'm always super happy to talk to people in the off season when I'm missing the summer life. So you can call me at 519-376-5999. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Scotia. We are going to move to the Enchanted Forest in the municipality of Georgian Bluffs. Stay tuned.
I am Gagwag. My name means everything.
Tom Longboats.
I am Wolf Clan, Onondaga Nation. I've run many different races. I've run to survive and to be free. I've run to win for honor.
His people might be lazy, but this one's damn fast.
My people respected our runners, people who carried important messages from village to village.
I need a guide to the next post. Dispatch carrier, sir. I can get you there.
God's sakes, man, slow down. Who do you think I am, Tom Longboat?
No, sir. I am.
Running makes me feel alive. It's everything.
Tom Longboat was the first Indigenous person to win the Boston Marathon. He ran his way to international fame and became an inspiration to generations of athletes.
Join me on the next Grey County Life as we'll be talking about the upcoming Artisan Holiday Show and Sale, also the Kiwanis Club about their latest fundraiser, and Renee from the Owen Sound Animal Shelter will be with us with an adoptable animal.
Hi, I'm Nico Addy.
And I'm Ethan Burrows. Catch Attack Hockey on Rogers TV.
Again.
Welcome back. We are here at the Enchanted Forest, and we have met up with Brian Ferguson, who's actually working here on the trail system in the Enchanted Forest. Thank you for taking a quick minute to talk to us. You are currently working on a unique piece on a piece of ash log. Yeah.
Something new, a lizard this time. Normally we've been faces and animals, so I thought a nice laying down log would be great for a lizard.
Okay. You've got quite a few pieces in here. How many carvings? Do you know off the top of your head?
I've lost track at around 14.
Okay.
And as I say, every year I add 1 or 2, depending upon the log that I can get. Some logs are good for 2 carvings, some for 1. And I prefer carving into trees, and one of my favorites is, you'll see at the beginning, is the one at the entrance, the big wizard carved into the tree.
So I did see that one when we came in, because it's right at the parking area. How long did it take to carve that one with the 2 faces?
Over the years, probably when I started, it took a couple days to do a carving. Now, something like that at the entrance might be 5 or 6 hours.
Wow.
So with experience and time, they go faster.
Right. So do you put something over top of them to help preserve them?
I use a wood preservative and trying to get the color, a nice golden color or a brown color that's going to preserve. The cedar will last for 100 years, so.
Yeah, no doubt. But the ash lizard that you're working on, how long would that last, being in a kind of the...
In a log?
Yeah.
Maybe 10, 15 years. And if I put preservative on it, it'll keep it longer.
Wow. Oh, that's so interesting. I would love to head down the trail to have a look at some of the other carvings you've done.
Sure, let's go have a look at some carvings.
Great.
So Cobble has put the carvings through the woods. They take care of the planting and placing of the carvings for me. And trying to get something as you walk through that you can go from carving to carving along the way.
Right. I love the doors that you have put in here. I know I've brought my grandchildren here, and they run from door to door. So we've created a story when we come here. We call it the land of the gnomes. So they want to know if gnomes live here now.
I started adding the doors, but people have then come and somebody else is adding doors.
Really?
Yeah, so like the blue jay guy, that's not one of mine. The one up on top is. But other people have come through and have started to add to what's here, such as the bird houses.
Yes. And someone feeds the birds here as well?
I put the bird feeder in maybe about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And so when we cross-country ski through here, I fill it up when I go by.
Right, yes, because this is all part of the larger...
cross-country ski trails in the wintertime.
Yes, here at Cobble Beach. Yeah. This is... I just can't get over how you can see something. I don't know, I can't explain it. I don't have that ability to see what the finished product is.
I just start carving, and I don't have a picture in mind ahead of time. I'll start, now that one, because the log turned out to be hollow, I ran into problems that he only had one eye. So what am I going to do? So I found this black rock, and I said, he can be the pirate.
He can be the pirate. Wow, that's such an imagination. I know I have a neighbor down the road from me. Actually, he's a cousin, Clayton Erbshot, and he does carving, but different. And again, I can't see how you can see a finished product when you look at a block of wood.
I started carving I worked with the school board, and we went on a professional development day to Cape Croker. And my day was with a native carver. And so I spent the day with him, and he carved, but I said, he's got a man on a horse, and he's bent over, and the horse looks like he's about to fall down. And I said, how do you do that? And he said, I get a picture of that in my mind. Yeah. I can see that with my eyes closed. And for me, I can get glimpses.
So
if I close my eyes, I can get a glimpse. I can't get that picture like he had. So he can close his eyes and he can carve, and he knows exactly what it was. His name was Wilbur Nadjuan. Great guy.
Such a talent, such a talent. But any special type of tool, like you're carrying a chisel,
just use
is it always the same?
Regular chisels like you'd get at Canadian Tire. The trick is to have a mallet, not a hammer, so you don't hit your hands.
Ah, yeah.
And I do a lot of it with chainsaw. That's why I do it so fast.
Okay.
Such that is all roughed out with a chainsaw,
Right.
and then the detail is put in with the chisels.
And just an ordinary chainsaw, or is it
just the
something?
one back there is just normal run-of-the-mill, small, light chainsaw that I can handle easily.
Yeah, no special chain, just
Nope.
a normal chainsaw. Wow, interesting. There's one further down the trail that intrigues me. You've got 3 faces in this one.
My wife says some of them are scary looking, some of them are happier looking. A lot depends on the eyes because I use taxidermist eyes.
Oh, is that what you? I wasn't sure. Marbles or
no, they're actual
eyes.
taxidermist eyes. So the yellow ones, a lot of them are owl eyes, and a lot of the brown ones could be bear or fox. But I actually order them, and you pick the animal that you want.
Okay.
And they're glass with different colors in them.
That's amazing. It looks so real. The eyes is the finishing touch.
Yeah.
It really is.
You know, and again, in time, I've been doing them for 20 years, and I did teach courses on they're called garden spirits.
Okay.
And I find it's more fun just coming in here and doing one.
Yeah, you have to be in the mood to do it though, don't you?
Yeah, you have to be creative that day.
Yeah.
Or bored.
Or bored. Oh my goodness. Wow, we'll venture on down further.
So the trails were put in by Cobble Beach,
right,
in lieu of parkland to create walking trails. And in the future, they still do. They'll go around the entire perimeter of the property. So right now, the Enchanted Forest runs from just to the top of number 16 around to the view house up top.
So then you can hike them. They're a 4-season trail system then?
4-season trails.
Right.
So they're groomed for skiing in the winter time. The trails have been turned over to the township now, but it's the residents of Cobble Beach who maintain them.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, this has been an absolute fabulous experience.
Here's one of my
Brian.
favorite guys, the full.
This one, he's
full wizard.
He is a full wizard. Now, was this a living tree or a
No, this was a log, and you can see he's planted in concrete, so nobody can run away with them.
Well, yeah, I guess you would have to think of that.
So over
as
the
well.
years, my grandson has been here. You know, the first year he was this big, then this big.
Oh,
So
very
he
nice.
Gets to measure every year he comes in to see how he stacks up to the wizard.
Yes. Wow. This has just been an extraordinary experience here. I can't thank you enough for taking time out from carving your lizard here to talk to us. It's just been a place that you need to check out in Georgian Bluffs. How about the thought of signing your kids up for camp and then taking a vacation yourself and checking out all these trails in Georgian Bluffs? Thank you so much for watching us. We'll see you again next time.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.